What's up, guys? It's April 14th. We're finally headed back down to Kentucky. Been waiting on this trip all year. Jeremy and Jesse were nice enough to let us come back down, second year in a row. We had an awesome year last year here, so pretty excited. We're getting down here a day early, so we're gonna get up in the morning, check out a couple farms, try to get a game plan for Saturday. Made it. Time to get some sleep. What's up, guys? It's finally opening morning here in Kentucky, the day we've been waiting on since last year when season went out. So pretty excited about this morning's hunt. Gonna hunt a little cattle pasture field. Birds should only be roosted 60 or 70 yards from us. So we're gonna get in tight. It should be a good morning. We'll see what happens. Well, guys, we got set up this morning and everything is perfect. Got in here good. This was our setup this morning. The birds were roosted up in there yesterday morning and every other time we've hunted here. So we got back here, birds started gobbling down the bottom and not a bird was roosted on this ridge. So we got to slip down the side of this mountain now and get down to that bottom field because it sounds like they're roosted off the lane coming back to that property. So we're gonna slip down, try to make a move on them, cut them off in that bottom field. Well, guys, we nothing ended up working out at the first farm, so we slipped down here to another farm over here at Jeremy's dad's, and as we were driving down the driveway we had two strutters going across the driveway, so we're gonna slip back behind this barn here and get set up basically right behind the barn and start yelping at them, see if we can cut them off going back to the backfield. And then there's two birds roosted or gobbling up here on this ridge, so should be right in the middle of them. See if we can slip in here without them seeing us, get set up on them. to slip down this riverbank again and pop up on the other side. We should be in the chips. But we've been sitting here for about 25 minutes just stuck. And they're about 45 yards right now, so they're in shooting range, but it's just too thick. I can't get a shot. Gotta try to let them ease off and try to make a move on them. So we'll see what happens here. Man, I didn't think that was ever going to happen, man. No. It took forever. And they finally, once them hens came back down the hill, it was on from there.
He couldn't have it once them hens started coming.
No. We got in there within 70, 80 yards of him, and he couldn't hold it no more.
There's some good spurs.
Had to break. Oh yeah, it's a good bird. He's kind of lively.
Yeah.
Still, but...
He didn't like something when he got up to you.
Oh yeah, I started moving. I had my gun on the ground still. I was like, man, I got to get my gun up. And I was like, it's now or never. He started sticking his head up, and come on, buddy.
They lost their mojo once we got in front of them. They were all tough over there.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I really didn't. I thought they were just gonna go back up the mountain.
Yeah.
Man, this little field's been good to us. Alright guys, I'm going to give you a little rundown of what happened. We didn't get a lot of footage getting to the bird. It was kind of a tricky situation. We ended up pulling down the drive, and as soon as we turned in, there was 2 strutters in the driveway. So we got back and parked up at that barn up there. Thought if we could get behind the barn, slip down the mountain, and get in the creek, had a pretty good shot at these birds. And it's not what ended up happening. So we ended up going down this creek, slipped up to where we thought these 2 birds were working down to, and for whatever reason I just looked behind me and there was 2 other strutters and 2 hens within 50 yards of us. Got in kind of a pinch there for about 30 minutes. Another tom ended up coming out in the field. The 2 strutters ended up running him off, so it gave us an opportunity to move. We dipped back down in the creek. Tried to make one move on them, didn't end up working out. They were pushing across the big field the other direction, so we dived back down in the creek, snuck all the way to the end of the field, and popped out and showed them the decoy. They weren't real interested at first, and then his hen started working up the mountain and started calling a little bit, and the hens turned around. Ended up bringing those 2 toms right into me. Had to sneak out in the field a little bit to get to them. And once they got into that 70-80 range, he couldn't take it anymore. Had to come check us out. Ended up shooting him about 25 yards. So we got 1 gobby down. Got 3 more tags to fill. First morning, I think we killed this turkey about noon. So got a lot of hunting left to do. See what happens. This guy's turn.
I thought it'd been bigger than that landing
Yeah.
out of that truck.
Yeah. 20.2. I picked him up. I didn't think he was real heavy. That other one, I bet he was close to 25 pounds.
He must have been on a diet.
Yeah. He's got a pretty good beard on him.
They all eat the same.
Oh yeah. Alright guys, we're headed back home now. Had a really good weekend in Kentucky. Ended up killing one around noon on the first day. Had a couple close encounters with Austin behind the gun. Just couldn't seal the deal. So we're hoping to get back down here before the season ends. Thank you Christy, Jeremy, and Jesse for having us down again. It's been a great time. We'll see you next episode.